From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
This song is for anyone fishing a tournament, is going to fish a tournament, or has fished a tournament, or grinding it out on a tournament circuit. I know the struggle and I respect the hustle.
No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzz bait on, single tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on this water. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament, tracks on fire, you could call me lit. Lighter in my hand, looking like an arsonist, so cold with the flow, so you know that it's sick. Got a couple in the boat, so I'm feeling marvelous, but I need 3 more before I call it quits. Chuck some Gatorade, cause I really need a sip, and my thirst for these fish, it can never be quenched. Got jigs with the blades, you could call them battle baits, catch me blowing up the spot just like a grenade. Mine's cooking up rhymes every single day, heat them up quick, come in microwave, and I don't even really care what the hater wanna say. You could cross that line, just cut the yellow tape, and fishing's like a puzzle with a lot of different pieces. Every time I catch a big one, man, I'm screaming thank you Jesus for my life. Kids and my wife get to see the sunrise, another cast, another bite. I'm a just looking for them calmly. Who am I kidding? I've been new bait shopping, powerhouse fishing, so you know there ain't no stopping. Picking up these baits, but you know they gon' be dropping. Rocking and plopping, dragging and hopping. If that doesn't work, you can find me drop shotting on that pan optics, doing what I does, so I'm big bass style. No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzz bait on, super tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on this water. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament, tracks on fire, you could call me lit.
Moving or storing your contents does not have to be complicated and inconvenient. Do-it-yourself storage and moving with units, moving and portable storage can save you time, money, and frustration when compared to traditional, full-service moving truck rental and fixed storage. There's no rushing and no hassle. Our process is designed to accommodate a nimble moving process that provides flexible scheduling. Stay away from renting trucks that charge by the hour. With units, you load your weather-resistant, all-steel containers at your own pace, well in advance of your moving date. Our containers are level to the ground and do not require a ramp to load or unload. Units' barn-style container doors can be easily propped to stay open while loading or unloading your container. With units, 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month is the same price. When you're ready, give your local units representative a call and we will pick up your container, bring it back to our secure climate-controlled storage centers, or move it to another location of your choice. Need temporary storage before you move? We can take care of that at one of our many storage centers, saving you trips back and forth to a self-storage facility. Each unit service center is locally owned and operated by franchisees that know your area. There are no time constraints on the container. Feel free to pack and load at your own convenience or hire a professional for additional help. Control your own schedule. Receive personalized support. Units will simplify your moving experience.
On behalf of Wheels America, I would like to thank you for joining us here on the Wheels America Racing Network on YouTube. And with that being said, let's get these playoffs started. Drivers, start your engines.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Wheels America Racing Network. On the show tonight, it is obviously the Wheels America Cup Series here from Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, the Road America Racecourse for the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix. In the booth with me tonight, playing double duty, it is Mr. Steve Tucker. How you doing, pal?
Yes, sir. How are we doing today, man?
I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. It's almost Friday, everybody, so we're going to get there. But holy cow, we have one heck of a racetrack with about 5 or 6 drivers within a couple tenths of each other. There's 14 turns. It's just over a 4-mile race course that has not changed configurations since 2003. But let's get into it. We're in qualifying right now. You see the leaderboard on the left side of your screen. The drivers with the green number are your playoff drivers right now, and there's Brandon Bowie. His first lap is a 2:10.62. Steve, kind of talk about it. I know a couple drivers have penalties coming into tonight.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Tough break for these guys. Road courses are definitely not the easiest places to get penalties, but some of them, it might be kind of a blessing in disguise because, listen, if you sit in the back, it's kind of nice. You don't get to, be in the middle of all the mess, right? So Josh Larson today and Jonathan Wright both get EOLs for the issues at last week at Martinsville. If all you guys were there last week, that was a fun race, but definitely eventful.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was very eventful.
So Josh Larson's going to be getting the EOL. Jonathan Wright is actually getting the EOL plus a drive-through penalty from a previous incident. He's now he's accrued 2 penalty points. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, and we're going to look at the points right now, and it is the first race of the round for 12. We're going to eliminate 4 people after the next couple races. I think Dega is the last race in this round. Am I correct?
Actually, next week in Auto Club. So Auto Club will be losing the last 4, yeah.
Yeah, and right now those bottom 4 consist of Thomas Meeks, Matt Opplinger, Nick Lights, who is not here, and also Josh Larson. Lights, we do want to wish him luck in the truck race on Saturday at Homestead, Miami, right?
That's right. Yeah, if you guys actually go ahead and check out the Wheels America Cup Series on Twitter, I actually retweeted that for us. Yeah, but Nick Lights, our own Nick Lights, is going to be racing in the Homestead race for is it Ream Brothers, Rayum Brothers? I keep hearing different.
I just call them Rayum Brothers.
But it's going to be fantastic. He's going to be down there, so watch out for him in the 33 car. Nice white and green paint scheme, so going to be cool to root him on and see how he does.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Excited to see him Saturday night and how he does. But tonight we are here at Road America. Tonight we will not be playing the Steve Tucker drinking game as I paid for that Friday morning last week. But looking at that top 5 of qualifying so far, Bowie, 6th, Barroso, Dunkelberger, and Silver with the top 5 fastest laps in qualifying. Anybody surprising you within that top 10 now that have taken times?
Not really. Not really. Jesse right now, Jesse Erdman is one guy I want to watch. Didn't make the playoffs, unfortunately, but is like just so strong when it comes to road courses. And also our the driver on the thumbnail of the video today. So hopefully some good luck for him. Brandon Shelton right down there in the 2:16.5 in P8. Really good job for him. So this race, road courses are easy points, believe it or not, in this setting. It's just a matter of sticking to it and not wrecking the car. But yeah, man, we're going to go down real quick, have a quick meeting with the drivers. I'll let you at it, man.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to stick around and talk to you guys. Might throw it to a commercial or two to kill some time before the start of this 28 lap event. And why don't we break that down for you right now? The first stage will conclude on lap 8. The second stage will conclude at lap 18. And the closing of the race will be at lap 28. So it's not that very a long race if you just look at it. But with each lap being over 4 miles, and just the fastest lap we see there, I think that's by Brandon Bowie. Yes, it is. A 2:10:33 as qualifying is over. All right, and here is going to be your starting lineup for the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix. Here it is on your screen right there. You got Brandon Bowie, Brandon 6, your front row. Frankie Barroso and Ryan Dunkelberger, row number 2. Row 3, it's Nick Silver and Jesse Erdman. Row number 4, it's Mitch Diamond and Brandon Shelton. Row 5, Mike Bennett and Matt Smith. Row 6, it's Thomas Meeks and Robert Hisrong. Row 7, Ryan Pasoko and Matthew Fleming. Row 8, we're looking at Matt Oplinger and Anthony Williams. Row number 9, Brian Dixon and Mike Koravu. And row number 10, Josh Larson and Chris Buds. Also, we have Ben Madden in 21st, 22nd. It will be Jonathan Wright and Charles Balance rounding out the field in 24th. Charles Balance is running the paint scheme of the race sponsor here tonight. That's youngsautocenter.com. Revving that motor. See that little gap in front of the 04 badass machine of Jonathan Wright. That's where Steve Tucker would be if he joined as a spectator. But with his admin duties, he's going to have to look like he participated tonight. But we are going to have a very long pace lap here tonight. So we're going to go take a quick commercial break. And when we return, it'll be the start of the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix from Road America.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What's going on, race fans? It is Steve up here back in the booth. We are here for the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix of Road America, and we also have our good buddy Charles Balance in that 41 machine. Man, I'll tell you what, Young's Auto Center looking real good. Can't wait to see you on track. How's the car feeling, man? Tell us about your sponsor and just their involvement, man.
Thanks, Steve. Car feels good. The driver ain't no good though. I ain't ever considered myself a road course. I can drive this, so the plan tonight's just to keep the car under me and keep it on the track. And Young's is proud to be on board, sponsor the race. We got 3 locations to serve you: Benson, North Carolina, Spring Lake, North Carolina, and Dudley, North Carolina. Find us online at youngsautocenter.com.
Yeah, and there it is on the back of the car right there, nicely printed for everybody, especially all the cars behind you to read.
Yes, sir. Love to see it. Hey, man, we thank you so much. We're going to get you back up to your team just so you can get back racing, man. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you after, we hope.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, Steve, quick little fun game that we always seem to play. We can't do the caution one, so let's do how many cars are going to go off in turn 1. Yeah, I asked the hard questions. It's fine.
I don't know. It's gonna be tough, I guess. It's a lot of cars are probably gonna go off, right? It's not an easy track by any means. So it's gonna be tough. I guess we're gonna find out. I bet probably half the field goes off at least once.
Well, if we're gonna go first time into turn 1, you're gonna have a lot of cold tires. So I'm gonna suggest probably like maybe 4 to 5 drivers in this whole field, especially if they're gonna be the outside of that right-handed turn. They're gonna take it wide. Don't know if they're really gonna collect that sand trap, but they're at least gonna take it wide.
Oh, absolutely. You just know it's coming. So
going through
be
Canada corner
super
now.
Interesting.
It is almost time, everybody. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can come talk to us. But who you got winning, chat? We want to hear from you, because this race is going to be hectic from the beginning. Can Bowie, can Silver, can Six, Dunkelberger, Barroso, can these front playoff drivers continue and push forward into the next round by locking themselves in tonight as they're going to climb that hill for the last time under caution? Here we go. Just waiting for Barney the Flagman to throw out his arm here.
Green flag.
And there it is. Six on the loud pedal. Bowie on the loud pedal. Going to fly off into turn number 1. And go from a chopper view to get a really good look at this. Bowie going to try to overshoot the corner a little bit. Gets by the 66. Frankie Barroso also wants to get by, as I just found out that blimp cam is not good. So far, so good. Nobody off track yet. Oh, nah, I shouldn't have said that. There goes Thomas Meeks.
There he goes. I'll tell you what, Reese, man, I'll tell you what. Reese, not here with us today. Reese not here with us today, but we do miss him today for sure.
Oh, he's going to get
sure
hit
we'll see
by
him back next
Ryan
week in Auto Club.
Pasoko going into turn 2. No damage, but gets it back on track and gets going again.
Tell you what, right now we're going to see a lot of single file racing. This obviously, this track is not easy, right? Road America, in my opinion, is one of the premier tracks in the country, right? I mean, if you're a road course guy, you know, Spa, right? We all know Spa in the F1 world. I like to compare this track. This is the American version of Spa, in my opinion. Just a great location, great track. It's got everything, right? It's got the speed, it's got the sharp corners, it's got the vista, right? It's so good. But right now, these 3 up front, I really think these 3, if Brandon Bowie, Brandon Six, and Freddie Barroso, are going to be our a podium. I think that's my prediction today, AJ. These guys are just so good, so stout right now. But we cannot discount Jesse Erdman and, in my opinion, Ben Madden, who's having a comeback year. These guys are just so good in these road courses and know what they're doing.
Well, if everybody remembers COTA just a couple months ago, Jesse Erdman was literally 2 turns away from winning that race and locking himself in the playoffs.
It's true.
And you see how everything has folded from there. Didn't make the playoffs. Still running very well throughout the year. Just, he needed that win, and he just came up 2 turns short.
It's tough, man. I mean, there's a lot of guys in this league that I feel like could have won a race. You know, I mean, obviously we look at Josh Larson last year in Indianapolis, or Nick Silver, you know, even this season, right, earlier in Michigan, running on the gas. Obviously, luckily for him, won last week in Martinsville in a dominating fashion. But yeah, definitely heartbreak once in a while. But that's the thing about great competition, is that you just never know when you're going to get back to victory lane. It's not easy.
Yeah, you're only as good as your last win. I think that's how it's said. But there's really no big battle on the racetrack, so we're going to drop it a little bit further back in the field to take a quick look at Josh Larson, who is the furthest back playoff driver without any issue. You go 2 positions further back, you had Thomas Meeks lose it in turn 2. He's trying to regain some positions after losing 8, getting hit from Ryan Pasoko. Now, something different we do at these tracks when it comes to stages, as it looked like Mr. Young's Auto Center goes off track there in turn 3.
A little bit.
Something we do a little bit different, as looks like Ben Madden left pit lane a lot later than he needed to. It looked like he came down pit road. I wonder what's behind that.
Weird call by that, but yeah, it could just be some damage maybe. Had to use that fast repair real quick. You never know.
Chris Buds goes off track for a good 5 seconds. We're going to watch it right here. But something we do different when it comes to these road courses is that stage caution line. You see a lot of racing formats use that to save drivers in qualifying for running an extra lap. But Mr. Steve Tucker has a brilliant idea. Why are we going to run a whole nother lap without the pace car?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're going to stick with Chris Buds because he should be coming up to it momentarily. He just passed it. It's going to be the DRS sign right after the kink. Or right before the kink, I apologize. But fastest lap of the race goes to Brandon Bowie, a 2:10.54, and that just barely beats out teammate Brandon Sixth with a 2:10.56. Frankie Barroso still waiting to put some pressure on these two guys. But running through your top 5, you got Bowie up front, Brandon Sixth in second, Frankie Barroso in third, Ryan Dunkelberger in fourth, and Nick Silver in fifth. All playoff drivers within this top 5. Are you surprised by that at all, being a different form of racing that we're doing today?
Not quite. I mean, it's, again, right, road course racing, these guys don't necessarily do this all the time, right? I mean, this is, next gen cars. They're meant for, ovals, right? I know lately road course racing for this style car is definitely coming more into the limelight, and that's great, right? Because it definitely shows off different talents and abilities by drivers. But it's tough. It definitely is not going to be easy. Just to talk about real quick your stage finish line, yeah, that's something we incorporated this season. We'll be throwing that caution out for the stage end on lap 8, and we do that because, you know what? Caution laps on road courses are long, and we want the cars and the leaders to catch up to the pace car as soon as possible, and it's just more efficient that way, I guess. But all good. We are only on lap 3. This place is long, man. This track is a very, very long track, almost 4 miles, and not easy for sure.
If you're just going by lap time, we get around this place just about 2 minutes, 10 seconds, roughly.
Yeah.
Tires aren't really going to be an issue. Fuel's really not going to be an issue. Maybe in the final stage, it might come into question. I don't think so.
Not really. No, today, honestly, all the stages are basically eight
Thomas
and 8
Meeks
laps.
goes off track again. Here it is. I see the 55 trying to make the pass around Anthony Williams and Chris Buds. Looks like he's just going to clip the grass and hit that kitty litter. Oh, no. Robert Hissong as well. Oh, both 2 playoff drivers.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that today. Overdriving on these road courses is huge. You can't lock up the brakes coming into these corners, especially in turn 5. We're going to see that a lot, most likely even on restarts as well.
And Matt Smith, too. Holy cow. The last couple laps have not been favorable. Oh, he's going to lock up the tires.
Woo! Goes for a real spin.
Where's that Tokyo Drift song that I always heard on TikTok?
I'll tell you what, he's so far on the beach, he's going to bring his suntan lotion and the little umbrellas.
And Robert Hissong having another issue. Now getting passed by Ben Madden. This is playoff driver. Oh, he's got a lot of damage. He's just trying to get it back to pit road.
Takes out the DRS sign.
Well, that's where the caution would be called. Look at that right front tire. Full tie rod probably gone.
Yeah, that's not good.
And now Mitch Diamond.
Here's the thing, AJ. Fast repairs. We don't do them normally this season in this series, but we do introduce them for the road courses because we know they're not easy. Oh man, Mitch gets right around
and almost collects Shelton.
Good save though. That corner right there is tough. You brake early. It's kind of inviting, right? You want to brake a little late, kind of get a good turn. But if you shift down way too soon, you're gonna go right around.
Yeah, you are gonna go right around. And the closest battle we have on racetrack is Bennett and Fleming. Trying to get the perfect view of this. Some of the cameras are just of trees. Gotta move those cameramen around. Oh! I thought Mr. Matthew Fleming was gonna kind of put that beer nuts right into the back of the number 19. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. It looks like we have Blue Gill again. I want to thank everyone for the last race for Race for Alley. It meant a lot. It was an absolute pleasure, and I hope everything we did put a little more attention to it. And
love that, man.
Yeah,
I believe us as a series actually raised. I believe it was $100. It could be a little less, a little more, but I believe it was right around $100. And that's just that. I mean, that might not seem like a lot of money, but at the end of the day, that $100 could be huge, with the right timing to her family and obviously a tough situation but at the end of the day, thoughts and prayers still to her family and any little bit helps.
Absolutely. But still watching this battle between the 88 and 19. Excuse me.
He is catching him. I know Fleming pretty well, and he'll be the first person to tell you, man, road courses, they are not my game. But here he is, P11, honestly not looking too bad. I think he's here.
He's up 3 positions.
On the cusp of making, on the cusp of getting alongside Michael Bennett for that 10th place. Stage points do matter still, especially in these playoffs.
Well,
gotta get him.
He's gonna need it, and he 100% knows that number 19 of Bennett does not. So if it comes to I will move you, bet your bottom dollar that's gonna happen. But we're gonna drop a couple more positions. It looks like the 22 of Corvu is looking at playoff driver Matt Opliner right in front of him. That 22 is moving up. Since the beginning of the race, he's up 3 spots, but we are really spread out right now. The gap from Brandon Bowie right here to the 15th position for Mike Corvu, that's almost a minute already.
Man.
That gap is huge. And it did not take long at all. Granted, it's a 4-mile race course that we've mentioned before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if we can get a close-up view of that, of Corfo's 22 machine, a fantastic paint scheme. Obviously, it's October, so it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And
I like where he put it. I like where he put it.
Fantastic job by him to support him. Next, in 2 weeks, actually, we'll be supporting his foundation, the 22Q Awareness Funds or Foundation. A lot more information will be brought up for Talladega in 2 weeks. Hopefully gain some more awareness and maybe even raise some money as well. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I know plenty of people that are going to be looking forward to that now, because as we're talking about it, I am sending a message to my co-host of the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast because I feel like her mother is going to need to watch that race now that she has battled and beaten breast cancer just a couple months ago. Believe me, a lot of stuff you do hits home with this league, pal.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Great to see, and definitely we want to bring awareness when we can. Right now, Frankie Barroso in that 12 machine, having a really good run right now. Can't quite catch. Ooh, overdrives Canada corner, gets into the sand right here.
You had to start talking about him.
Man.
I'm going to tell him this is your fault. You bring him up and goes right off.
I'll tell you what, he's not looking too bad, though. Maybe a couple of mental mistakes. Can't really tell. Maybe the car isn't handling as great. One thing to keep in mind, conditions right now are really, really hot. Track temp is 117 degrees, so that's a knock. It's going to slick these tires right up.
we're looking at all the race details right now. Yeah, 117 degrees, very, very slick, and it's completely clear out. There's no clouds to help with that track temperature, but it's very comfortable for everybody else. Nice 79 degrees with very low humidity. So if you're in the stands here at Road America, you're probably very much enjoying yourself.
Yes, sir. Hey, one car I want to shout out real quick too. A couple of guys actually. First of all, Brandon Shelton right now in the number 2 Honeybee Farm car.
I love that car.
Tell you what, looking really, really good right now. First of all, awesome paint scheme. Unfortunately, was eliminated from the playoffs last race at Martinsville, but still looking really good. P11, having a great run, trying to catch the back of Matthew Fleming.
But we just had a driver go off track.
Uh-oh, who's that?
It is Charles Balance.
Oh.
Gonna take a look at it right here. You know, if he doesn't get going, there is a chance within the next lap he could be put a lap down.
It's a good save, though. I'm not going to lie. That corner is tricky.
Oh, Matt
and to just bounce it off.
Opplinger goes off. Doesn't look like for very long, but Canada Corner bites somebody again. Oh, no.
Tough break right there.
He's going to go off again. I think this is as he's coming into the last turn.
Oh.
And he's going to lose a lot of time here.
Yeah, that last corner's tough, AJ. It's a really, really late braking zone and apex in. You have to really apex late into that corner, and it can definitely throw you off. It throws me off, that's for sure.
So are we
it is tough.
Coming to the end of the stage? Because I feel like it should have gone out already. No, it's on lap 8. I apologize.
On lap 8, yes.
So used to it. Never mind.
Right now, Brandon Bowie, currently in the lead, right now has done a great job leading this thing, leading his teammate Brandon 6. Both of these guys have been just dominant this entire season. And right now we are on lap 8, so this is going to be the lap where we throw that stage caution once they catch that stage finish line.
I'm going to bring up points again. It's going to block half the screen, so I apologize. You know, right now Bowie is up front, and this could be very strategic with teammates because Bowie and Sixth are first and second in points, but Bowie is 8 points behind Sixth. So could this be Brandon Sixth kind of helping the teammate out get as many points as possible for it's like, okay, I need to win this race now?
I'll tell you what, these guys are really competitive, and we've learned in the past, in these last couple of races, that you know, they might be teammates, but in the in the voice chat and things like that, they're not really talking to each other. They are super, hardcore, and they're trying to win their own race. So I don't think this is really team play. I mean, it could, but I think this is just two guys who are just trying to go at it and get this win, man. You know,
Charles Balance, we talked about him earlier, might want to get going because he's...
Ooh, Brandon 6. He's getting so close to him.
Just a couple seconds in front of these drivers, but we're coming to the end of it. We're going to go actually in far chase view so you can see both as they're going to get the stage. There it is. And that will keep the 41 of Charles Balance on the lead lap. Wow, that's big, everybody. And we're going to go into our side-by-side. Going to get a couple sponsors in. We will be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, we are back here at Road America. Almost called it Road Atlanta because I was racing there this weekend. But we're talking with Stage 1 winner, the driver of the number 23, the Mamba Mamacita, if I said it right, car, Mr. Brandon Bowie. Very impressive stage number 1. You and teammate Brandon 6 were really burning it to the ground there, if I may say so myself.
Yeah, that was that's pretty tense, especially when you're trying to race your teammates and you're trying not to make any mistakes. He actually came up with a radio, was like, "I need you to make more mistakes." So I was just trying to mind my P's and Q's. I did start to make some mistakes toward there at the end, so I got to clean that up. But yeah, it's been a pretty uneventful race. But you know, he's definitely keeping me honest. I gotta watch for Frankie as well. He can kind of come out of nowhere if he really wanted to. So it's been fun.
Yeah, Frankie's almost bad as Randy Orton with an RKO out of nowhere, but he's been sticking right around with you guys. He gave you a little bit of a leash, but it felt like you had the pressure building up with 6 right behind you. He was really catching you going into the last couple turns before the caution was called, right under that Speedville sign. If there was a part of this racetrack that you need to get better at, what would it be? And don't say the whole track, because that would be my answer.
I would actually probably say this corner right here, the last corner before pit. He seems to pick up quite a bit on me here. There's another corner or two he picks up on me, but I mean that last corner is probably the one that really bites, because that's toward the straightaway.
All right.
So
well, we're gonna let you go, get pit stops, and good luck, my friend.
All right, thanks.
All right, that was stage 1 winner Brandon Bowie, kicking butt, taking names, and burning those Goodyear Eagles to a crisp. It's going to help him out with extending his lead above the cut line, getting a nice tap by 6 right behind him. We are actually going to take a pretty good-sized break here because it looks like we're getting 4 minutes of pace time. So we're going to see what happens coming out of pit road, and we're going to go take a look at Texas Family Racing and their commercial for the fishing tournament. And look at that, 6 is going to come off, and there's Bowie right behind him, Dunkelberger and Silver. Barroso with a slow stop. He's going to come off the pit road and lose 3 positions to drop him back to 6th. So we will be right back for stage number 2. Here is...
This song is for anyone fishing a tournament, is going to fish a tournament, or has fished a tournament, or grinding it out on a tournament circuit. I know the struggle and I respect the hustle.
No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzzbait on, single tied up, crankbait ride. Trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out. Here on this water, I ain't worried about much. Jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament. Tracks on fire, you could call me lit. Lighter in my hand, looking like an arsonist. So cold with the flow, so you know that it's sick. Got a couple in the boat, so I'm feeling marvelous. But I need 3 more before I call it quits. Chuck some Gatorade, cause I really need a sip. And my thirst for these fish, it could never be quenched. Got jigs with the blades, you could call them battle baits. Catch me blowing up the spot just like a grenade. Mine's cooking up rhymes every single day. Heat them up quick, come in microwave. And I don't even really care what the hater wanna say. You could cross that line, just cut the yellow tape. And fishing's like a puzzle with a lot of different pieces. Every time I catch a big one, man, I'm screaming, thank you Jesus for my life. Kids and my wife get to see the sunrise. Another cast, another bite. I'ma ride, I'm just looking for them calmly. Who am I kidding? I've been new bait shopping. Powerhouse fishing, so you know there ain't no stopping. Picking up these baits, but you know they gon' be dropping. Walking and plopping, dragging and hopping. If that doesn't work, you can find me drop shotting. On that pan optics, doing what I does, so I'm big bass style. No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control. Like a forest fire raging, burning down in old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzzbait on, single tied up, crankbait ride. Trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out. Here on the spot, I ain't worried about much. Jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament. Tracks on fire, you could call me lit.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back here, everybody. We're going to run through this top 10 and where they run. Right up front, it is Brandon 6, followed by, hold on, there he is, Brandon Bowie. Third is Mr. Ryan Dunkelberger. Nick Silver going to be in 4th. In that 5th position, it is going to be Jesse Erdman. Then Frankie Barroso. Matt Smith is going to be in 7th. Mike Bennett in Mike Bennett in 9th, and in 10th, Chris Buds. It looks like Matthew Fleming kind of popped up out of nowhere there. He's going to be in 6th. Frankie in 7th. 8th, Matt Smith. 9th, Mike Bennett. And now Chris Buds in 10th. So as they're getting through the turns, it's getting a little bottlenecked, but we are going to go into a nice view of pretty much everybody because this is a nice open spot. But there they are, getting through these turns as best through possible. But you'll see them after they get out of Canada Corner really start to bunch up, get ready for the final turn. See a couple tire tracks there. It's a very tough turn, as Steve Tucker said earlier. You're going downhill. You're thinking your car can handle it, and then you're turning that tight left-handed. And a lot of drivers carrying too much speed, using all of that rumble strip, and it looked like 1 or 2 drivers using everything else. And there's the line that caution was called. That is going to
AJ.
happen once again. Yes, sir.
We're back, baby.
Well, I have been back.
I said, we're back. I'm back.
So you've been dealing with some stuff. Why don't you tell our viewers before we go what you were dealing with? Because there were a couple no-nos there.
Well, I mean, I guess one of the unwritten rules in this series is that you don't pit with 2 to go to a stage end, and race control today didn't throw or didn't close pit lane, so a couple guys pitted, but I guess so that's ultimately on race control. It's their fault for not doing it, and they took advantage of it, so that's obviously allowed more or less. So race control has just got to do a better job of putting that in the rule book and enforcing it. So,
damn it, race control. God, it's like you don't do any other job outside of race control.
Fists are shaking in the air right now. They're rioting on the streets. Anyway,
don't say
I'll tell you what. Brandon Bowie, Brandon 6 up front right now. Here we go. Coming to the green flag. The beginning of stage number 2. Gonna be a good race. Good finish.
Well, first stage was a good finish. What can Frankie Barroso gain those couple positions back after having issues on pit road? We are green once again at Road America.
Oh, it's gonna be a drag race down here to turn 1. Who's gonna break first?
I think 6 is going to have the line, but depending on how much...
Ooh! Bowie gets a nice... Oh!
Holy cow.
Does a great job of... I'll tell you what, this next line right here... Oh, Bowie gets a little loose here on the outside. Oh, no! In the grass. Spinning out! Brandon Bowie, no!
Oh, he's going to clip multiple cars, too.
Oh, big wreck by Bowie.
And something... here at road courses that we do not have are cautions.
Man, big moment for a lot of these playoff guys. Let's watch it back, AJ.
Yeah, we're watching it back right now. I'm going to back it up just a tiny bit further.
Man, Bowie just clips that corner on exit. This corner just broke too late. Spins out. Frankie gets around it. Great job by him. Matt Smith. Huge hit right
Matthew
there.
Fleming, too. Playoff driver Matthew Fleming. We're actually going to go on board with Matthew Fleming.
Big playoff implications from Matt Fleming.
Well, he still has next week, which is a very big fan favorite racetrack at Auto Club. We're going to watch it here from the 88. See how he, if he could have missed it or it was pretty much blind.
Oh, it's just smoke at that point. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know what? Looking at this camera angle, I don't think he's got a huge amount of damage. Maybe the left rear a little bit.
Well,
unless I see some tire shake there, I can't really.
Why don't we do this? Actually, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, for road courses, aerodynamics aren't huge here, but you definitely don't want it to be
Matt Smith
too bad.
currently
Matt Smith
sitting on pit road. Had to jump to pit road along with Brandon Bowie as well. That's going to take a hurt. You know, he's still got stage 1 points, but that's an issue for the remainder of the race.
It is. And again, one thing you got to be careful of, these guys do get that one faster pair, so that one redo. I mean, Matthew Smith hopefully didn't have to use that already, but right now,
well,
definitely a tough break for him.
Even if you didn't, you had to tow to pit road, and depending on what track you're at, that can go from a minute to 4 or 5 minutes.
That is true.
Because I think it's a minute or 2 added to the lap time.
Yes, sir.
But we
I'll tell you what, a couple guys right now
already. Oh boy, Brandon Shelton, Thomas Meeks, going into turn 2, and Meeks just gives it to him. Live to fight another day there.
Hey, we talked about him earlier, but Shelton has looked really good so far, hovering around that 10th place position. But he's been up as far as, 5th, 6th, 7th. So he's doing a great job right now. Definitely what he needs for sure. But Thomas Meeks absolutely needs these playoff points and points in general. And this is the guy who spun out earlier in the race, real early actually, and trying to make that recovery.
Yeah, literally turn 2 of lap 1, and then another issue just a couple turns later just getting ready to go under the Speedville sign. Trying to recover, I will take a good finish over, missing out on a good finish because you're shooting for stage points. As 82 of Opplinger goes around. Oh, and so does Robert Hissong as well. And they're both still stopped there. Let's go far chase and take a look at this. Oh, it looked like he wheel hopped. He's gonna loop it. And
That's tough right there. Teammates getting into each other. Ooh, Mitch Diamond makes a fantastic
Robert Hissong
move
never
right there.
touches him.
Interesting.
Take a look at this. You
Kind of a dual slide right here.
You think he might have saw him Opplinger spinning and then spun on his own to try to not do it?
No, right here, this just looks like two guys who just overbroke too much.
Oh, it looks like
getting
he
into that
crashed
corner
once again.
Yeah, Robert Hissong not having the race that he wanted for sure, but definitely trying to hold on to it and try and get a good finish.
It's taken them forever to get back going the right way.
Cold tires, man. Road courses, cold tires are not a good thing to have.
Mike
You
Corville.
don't want to get...
Oh, jeez. Looks like he went off track as well. Where did he go off track? Oh, he's carrying too much speed. At least he's got pavement right in front of him to catch more grip. Evasive maneuvers by everybody. It seems like the drivers that are having the most issue are the playoff drivers.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely seems like the way it is. Brandon Bowie, quick update on him. Right now being shown in 20th place, not doing too hot right now as far as after that wreck he was involved in. I believe maybe still even on pit road. But
yeah, he is still on pit road, unfortunately. And moving into that top 5, the number 45, your cover boy of this week's thumbnail, Jesse Erdman.
There he is.
Oh, it's Frankie Barroso. I thought he was about to go long, but I think he perfectly, turned right to turn left. Use those.
Yeah,
rumble
Erdman
strips.
right here. Erdman here definitely has a top 5 car. Looking really, really good here in this 45 Washington Apples Camry. I'll tell you what, he knows this track inside and out, and he is just super confident.
Yeah, there is so much talent, road course talent, within Jesse Erdman. If he could just put some oval stuff together. He's had good runs, but it looks like when it comes towards the end of those races, he either gets caught up in somebody else's mess or just makes one tiny mistake.
Yeah, and that's sometimes the issue, right? I mean, it's just Jesse definitely has the talent, definitely has the the ability and the will, but these races are tough, man. League is getting faster and faster, and guys are just coming in here super competitive, and but to put up right now a top 5 showing is just really incredible.
Got Reese Kelva watching on his phone. Wish you were here, pal. Understand why you're not, and thinking of you guys as we get through this Road America race. But Nick Biddy, come on, low line team, and obviously Reese is rooting for Powerhouse Motorsports. Is they dropped some big news today, which shall we talk about since we have plenty of time, Mr. Steve?
I mean, let's do it. Why not?
All right, let me go find it. Where's that silly season? There it is. Well, Powerhouse Motorsports has brought in another huge sponsor. It's the UPS of McKinney Texas Center, getting ready for season 4 and 5. I wish I had the picture on hand, but that is one good-looking UPS car. And I know Reese does all his painting as Jesse Erdman goes off track and immediately gets back on and tries to regain some lost time there. But congratulations on Reese and Powerhouse Motorsports for landing another sponsor. Can't wait to see which one of those drivers is going to run that beautiful scheme, pal.
I'll tell you what, a couple guys to look out for next year while we're taking little bit of through the field, more or less.
Just tell
Right
me
now
who to
it's a little,
click on.
little slow on track, but yeah, next year, man, I'll tell you what, a couple of teams to look out for. PHM, obviously. ABR, honestly, I've got a feeling they're going to make a comeback season for them. I really feel like it this season. You know, kind of weird, right? Little, you know, results weren't always there. I think they're going to bounce back, and I definitely think.
Oh, Jonathan, right off track.
Yeah, speaking of ABR, American Badass Racing.
Oh, he's gonna clip the grass and Yeetus Max.
Oh, oh man, hard hit. It's a high-speed corner of that track,
wow.
right there in the kink. Oh man, can you get the thing going back?
Well, we're gonna do one thing first, and what we like to do when it comes to these is get in that cockpit view and just watch it in its entirety. Oh.
Oh no.
It doesn't even sound good.
Yeah, this is kind of what, you know, what I was talking about, right? I mean, you know, these guys, I mean, obviously season 2, super dominant, looked so
Chris
good.
Buds.
You know.
Sorry to cut you off, but another incident. Looks like he just clips the grass and can't get away from it.
Oh man. Keeps it off the wall. Good job by him for sure. Loving that paint scheme too.
So am I. Holy
Looking
cow.
So good.
Looks like a Tron
puppy
thing.
back on the track. There it is.
And you were saying
carousel?
before Mr.
Yeah,
Chris
I mean, just
Buds.
ABR in general. Yeah, just ABR in general, right? Just having a bad luck season. Championship guys last season, and you know, obviously with Mitch Diamond winning the championship. Tough break.
Yeah, very tough break. We're still looking at the 04. He's under power and surprisingly moving pretty well. I thought that car would be a wrecked bucket of four-letter word. But fastest lap of the race that last time by. Holy cow. Brandon 6, a 2:10.40. Right now, that beats out his teammate who's currently still sitting on pit road. Brandon Bowie had a 2:10.45.
Love it. Right now, Brandon 6, 17. Hold on now. Shutting the car off, getting into turn 1. Not sure what's going on with that. Obviously, fuel consumption and saving fuel, but
Did you say Brandon 6 was doing that?
yeah, just coming into turn 1, right past the start-finish line, turns the car off and then just lets it coast into turn 1.
Oh,
Interesting call for his
go
part.
back
So
and take a
fuel
look
might
at
be a bigger issue than maybe we thought.
I don't have him shutting it off.
He's doing it right now in turn 5.
We're in car with him now.
Well, sir, I'm hearing it. so unless I'm crazy,
Well,
He-
know,
that is true though.
it's a very
Hey, speaking of which, speaking of crazy,
off subject.
our speaking of crazy, our crazy awesome chat here. A lot of people in the chat. Blue Gill saying good luck his song. Love to see that. Brandon JS saying good luck Rob. Love to see it. Michael Gray saying go Buds. Got a Christopher Buds fan in here. Love to see that. Matt Punt. Car is very difficult. Yes, sir, it is. Making his debut next race. Yes, sir. Going to be filling in for Clifford Corvo's car, the 57. That'll be really cool to see. Be a substitute there for a couple of races and see what his chops are in this next gen car. It'll be awesome to see. Gonna be good, man.
Yeah,
Right now we get 1 lap to go in stage number 2. Brandon 6 looking really dominant right now, coming out of Canada corner. Fantastic job, but in the back, right behind him, I mean, Frankie Barroso right now looking really sharp.
Yeah, he had an issue on pit road, dropped all the way back to that 5th position, and within those 6 laps, already back up to 2nd and closing in on Brandon 6.
Love that. Yeah, here my scoring system definitely is a little wonky right now. It's showing that Dunkelberger 2nd, but looks like it's finally catching up. But yeah, great job by him for sure. I'll tell you what, one guy I'm really, really impressed by continuously is, again, 5th position, Jesse Erdman, looking really, really good. Needs a strong finish, right? The contender playoffs are still going on. Next week, folks, the contender playoffs, I know we haven't talked a lot about it, but they are happening right now. And there's a whole nother bracket, playoff guys who finished 17th through 32nd in the regular season. And they're going to be definitely, or we'll be going over that in the format next week so that everybody is all caught up on how that's working. But a lot of fun. So everybody in these playoffs has something to race for.
Well, I don't know if Mr. Barroso is going to need a new pair of shorts, but he almost just about wrecked it out in turn 3 there. He's got
right now,
Nick Silver right behind
Brandon
him.
6 coming down, hurry down. Is going to be entering the carousel in just a second. Lap traffic ahead of him, Matt Smith, but coming down to the stage 2 finish. Brandon 6 looking so good all season long, but right now making a real statement here, trying to lock himself into the round of 8 with this win. If he can get it, Frankie Barroso's right there behind him, but here he is right here.
Caution, yellow flag.
Brandon 6 is your stage 2 winner.
Followed by Frankie Barroso, Nick Silver, Ryan Dunkelberger, Jesse Erdman in 5th, Josh Larson in 6th, 7th in stage 2 goes to Brandon Shelton, doing a great job there in that wonderful Honeybee Acres car. 8th to Mitch Diamond, 9th to Mike Bennett, and 10th to Ben Madden. Great job. You know, with Ben Madden having Lay's chips on his car, I hope he doesn't get a tire down, because that would be very ironic.
I'll tell you what, the last thing I'd be worried about when it comes to Ben Madden is, you ever get, Cheetos? You get those Cheeto dust on your fingers?
Yes.
I wouldn't want all that Lay's dust on your fingers, man. Trying to drive that car, all slippery and all that, all oily. I don't know about that, man, but good finish for him. We saw Ben Madden like last at one point in stage 1, and right now making a huge comeback in P10. So
from the beginning
awesome
of
job.
the race, he is up 12 spots. So he started in 22nd, and you're listed as one of the drivers, so second to last.
I'll tell you what,
a great job.
Stage 2 finish, Brandon 6, your stage 2 winner. Taking a few commercials right now. We're gonna come back. We already talked to Brandon 6 and Brandon Bowie. So you know what, AJ, I'm thinking maybe let's go talk to somebody new. Maybe like a Jesse Erdman, kind of get their feeling. Top 5 right now. Erdman is looking so good. I think he's our guy to talk to right after these commercial breaks.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
And we are back here at Road America for the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix. And driving that Young's Auto Center Grand Prix, it is the number 41 of Charles Ballance, currently sitting in that 21st position. Unfortunately, one lap down. Has a lot of racing left to go, but if he's not going to get his lap back now, he will not be getting it back at all. But it looks like we got pit stops up here, and everybody
That's right.
is coming down pit road. Yep.
So we are going to try to make an attempt to talk to Jesse Erdman. Man, this guy is looking so good today. Right after pit stops, we'll try and snag him if we can real quick. If we can't, then maybe we talk to Frankie Barroso. Having a good race so far.
Yeah, there's the 45. Making his nice little trot down pit road. Now, what are you thinking? 4 tires and fuel, or are you just going to take the 4 tires? Because I feel like you might be
I'm taking
good
no
on
tires
fuel.
here.
I'm
taking no tires. No tires. Fuel me up. No tires. I want to be up front. I want clean air, and that's it, baby. If you're confident, right? Like, if you're confident, in your car, in your abilities, maybe you take no tires, right? You're already up front. Who knows? If you're a guy who needs stage points, maybe you're, later on in the top 10 or something. Come down, get the tires, and
He's
feel real
actually
good and
going to lose a
comfortable.
position to Josh Larson from 5th to 6th. That's Jesse Erdman.
Man, hate to see, but pit road calls can be so important. Try and bring him on in here. Good old Jesse Erdman. Hey man, Jesse Erdman in the 45 machine. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
What's going on, dude? You've had a great race so far. Top 5 car, in my opinion, looking really, really good. Avoided a couple wrecks. How do you feel right now? How's the car feeling? How's your confidence level? And what do you got for these guys?
I feel pretty fortunate to miss that. What was it, turn 2 on the start there, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel pretty confident on this track for some reason. We'll see what I can do.
Love to see it, man. Hey, we put you on the thumbnail, so you get the good luck there. So hopefully we're gonna see that. Hey, man, Washington Apples in the car today. Really, really cool paint scheme. Just give us some shout outs and we'll bring you back.
Yeah, I just like to represent my home state here a little bit. They actually provide me a lot of work, all the orchardists around this area, so thought I'd give them a little representation there, and yeah.
Love that, man. Hey, good luck the rest of the race. We'll see you hopefully after the race, interviewing you in the podium spots. But good luck, man, and we'll catch you later.
Yes, thank you.
Catch you later, Jesse. All right, Steve. Now, what do you think as a broadcaster? What do you think Jesse's got to do? He's been running right around that 4th to 6th position the majority of the race. What does he got to do to finish podium?
It's, you know what? Aggression. At this point, it's aggression. You've got 2 guys up here at the front. Brandon Bowie's out of the race, right? The only 2, in my opinion, who are really having a shot here are Frankie Barroso and Brandon Six. Nick Silver right there, Dunkelberger. They're looking pretty good, but I don't think they're winning capable drivers right now with these cars. I think the top 2 right now will be the top 2 at the end, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be a dogfight here in the restart. No cautions will come out after this next restart until the end of the race. So 1 mess up, 1 wreck, 1 spin, and that is the end of your race pretty much, and a chance for a win. Right now, real quick, looks like we're going to get 1 more lap to go until we go back green for this maybe 5 or 6, 7 lap shootout here for the end. Let's dial up Frankie Barroso, having a good race so far in P2, and see what we're gonna see how we'll do. Frankie Barroso right now, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Look at you, P2 right now. Heartbreak obviously for Brandon Bowie earlier in the race, one of your competitors, quite frankly. P2 looking fast, been a top 3 podium car all day, in my opinion. We've got 1 to go right here. It's still green. How you feeling? What do you got to do right now to beat Brandon Six?
Move them, wreck them. No, I mean, I'll try my best not to do that, but I think even if I do get ahead of him, it's going to be really hard to hold him off. I think I have maybe an advantage in the braking, but in the braking zones, but kind of everywhere else, it just seemed like Bowie and Six, even though Bowie is out of the race, you know, he was definitely probably top 2 car. But you know, we'll see. At the end of the day, it's 2 races, so I'm gonna try to finish as high as I can, and go home. Well, virtually go home with a smile.
Well, yes, sir. Hey, a win here propels you into the round of 8. You get to advance through Auto Club next week. Obviously, a huge fan favorite track, which we all can't wait to race on. But right now, we got a job to do here. Good luck, man, and we'll see you at the end of this thing. We hope.
All right, thank you.
All right, right there, Frankie Barroso putting on a show right now. Brandon Six in the lead. AJ, what's your call here? What's gonna happen, you think?
Ooh. Well, we've seen when Frankie is good and on his game, he will be one of the most aggressive vehicles on track. And when he's up front, I think he's going to overshoot turn 1 to the point where he gets a nice run down the turn 2. And I'm really hoping he doesn't pull a Brandon Bowie and what Brandon Bowie did. But if he can stay side by side with Sixth all the way down to turn 3, that left-hander going up the hill towards the Corvette sign, I think he might have the position. And I really think with his capability, it could happen and might happen. Oh, well, he threw me on the spot and then had to do some league owner stuff. But yeah, I think this is everybody's last chance to gain whatever positions they can. You know, you're going to have some drivers cut the grass and spin out, or collect the driver and spin out. But for the most part, this next lap is the closest you're going to be around some of your competitors before we really start to spread out. So you need to capitalize as much as possible right now. And as you see the lights off on that Porsche iRacing pace car, we're going 2x2 for the final time tonight.
Man, oh man, oh man. Gonna be so good. That Porsche is getting me ready for that Daytona 24-hour coming up pretty soon. Spoiler alert, we're going to be getting a team going for that, so yeah, stay tuned for more information. But I'll tell you what,
I've already been practicing.
This is going to be such a dogfight here. I cannot wait to see how this is going to end up. Are we going to get a first-time winner, or are we going to get another drag race down here in turn 1? We'll see, man.
We need Michael Buffer here.
We do.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. And there it
goes.
Here
we go. These drivers go on the green flag. So let's see who's going to get the better line here.
So Frankie's currently not even with him. You think you'd want the, you know, like the most, not
green, here we go.
Not advantage, but look at that. And Six is going to get pushed by Silver all the way towards turn 1.
Great diving by Brandon. Six gets loose a little bit.
Look at this battle back here between Silver and Barroso.
I'll tell you what, Barroso did not have a good restart like we expected him to.
No, he did not. And I am eating my words right now because he's dropping from 2nd all the way to 3rd. And Dunkelberger is going to try to throw his hat in for a podium finish now, too.
Interesting. Hey, you know what? One guy we have not talked to about once today, except the very beginning of the race where we assessed him that penalty. Josh Larson in that P5, that 51 car. Car looks clean right now, man. And one guy I did not expect to have a good race. He's not a big fan of, you know, road courses, but look, he's so good right now. Top 5, unbelievable.
Brian Dixon having an issue. He's crashed.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Big wreck between him and Chris Buds.
Oh, it's gonna collect Thomas Meeks too. Oh, that's gonna be a huge playoff implication wreck.
Yeah. A lot of points right now. Again, there's no more cautions that are going to come out, so Where you finish is where you finish. You got to just make it up on time at this point.
Ooh, Anthony Williams now having an issue.
Yeah, big spin right there in Hurry Downs. Getting onto that. Man, that corner right there has been such like calamity corner today.
It has bit
It's
so
just-
many people.
Yeah, and I've talked about it a few times. It's just it makes you think you can brake a little harder than you can. You can take it a little faster, but you really can't. It's so deceiving.
Oh boy, Matt Smith in the 35 now having an issue. Oh, and Opplinger.
Oh boy, Matt Smith gets spun around here in the grass.
I thought you were about to start doing the SpongeBob SquarePants song right there. Oh!
Are you ready, kids?
Oh boy.
I might have said that one or two times to my kids, just because I don't know. Anyway, Brandon Six back up front. P1 looking so good.
Frankie
Oh,
Barroso
man.
making the pass back to second. I'm going to go back and try to look at it or find it. But there's the
Great
battle
job.
for the lead right now, closing
Oh
up.
man, great battle right here. Jesse Erdman and Josh Larson. Erdman makes that dive down into turn one. Oh, strong power move by Erdman right there.
Well, here it is. Here's the pass that Frankie Barroso made on Nick Silver for that second spot, coming right
Oh,
down the
yeah,
Canada corner. Well, not
In the
Canada
braking
corner,
zone, just
turn 3.
breaks so much. Yeah, turn 5 right there. Hardest braking zone in the race on the track. Man, that was a power move for sure on Frankie's part. He is so fast entering turn 5 right
Wait,
there.
that's turn 5 when that's only the third turn on racetrack? Oh boy.
Yes, sir.
Oops.
Man, oh man, oh man. Couple of guys here that I'm trying to look at and see what they have for races. Ryan Pasoko right now a lap down, had some big issues. It would look like right
He's
now.
on pit road.
Yeah, our contender playoff leader right now. Again, we'll get more into that in the pre-race of next week, but really, really good job by him so far, but a heartbreak so far for him today. I don't know. Hey, I got to tell you what. We have got to watch this battle up front because Frankie Barroso is not going to go away. He is catching up. He's less than a second right now away. Lap 23. We have 5 laps to go. This is so tough. Frankie's going to drive he's going to just drive his gloves off. Tell you what, it's going to be so tough.
Yeah, we are currently on board with Frankie Barroso right now.
Hey, Texas Calva, we miss him right here. Reese in the booth, but saying right now about 20 people in that waiting room watching the race. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching and just partaking in the in the craziness that we do here, but always a good time, and Reese is a huge asset to us. So
Fastest lap of the race goes to Frankie Barroso. Both Brandon
Nice.
Six and Barroso doing a 209 right there, but a 209.66 versus a 09.74. Very fast laps as it's getting to go time, or it has already been go time.
Yeah, he's catching. I'll tell you what, he definitely is catching right now. I mean, he's got to just make it. Right now, every lap is qualifying. He has a huge braking zone right there. He is so much better than Brandon Six in that corner, but Brandon Six has really, really good corner exit speed. These guys so far are complementing each other well. Brandon Six gets loose into Hurry Downs right there. This is personally my favorite part of the track. Just something about it. It's just nice. Right here, tough corner, tough braking zone. We've seen a lot of spins right here. Frankie's getting through it real good. Yeah, Six just gets a good acceleration off these corners. Frankie has a good braking. So it's going to be kind of a tale of two tails right here. Who's going to be able to get this position and find the speed?
Yeah, looking at this right now, you're looking at your sector times compared to both drivers right now on your screen, which definitely shows Barroso, good in 2, but not the completely other way around. I apologize. Barroso's doing really good in 1, 3, and 4, while in sector 2, Brandon Six really, tried evening it out there, but kind of hurt himself.
Yes, sir. Hey, one person I want to mention real quick, Michael Bennett in that 19 Abashan machine there. Right now, has had a quiet race, but quiet races are good. Trust me, at road courses. Right now, currently 9th place. Haven't had any issues. Hasn't spun out. The car looks clean. Just shout out to him for a really good finish here. Really good, strong day. Matthew Fleming and him have been neck and neck the entire time this race, as we've seen. But just good battles so far. A lot of respect being shown on track.
Oh, big incident with Mike Corvu. Or at least it looked like a big incident.
Turn 5 again, gets off that corner a little.
It said he crashed.
Isn't too bad right here.
Oh.
Ooh, sends it into turn 6.
No
Blind.
damage, keeps it on the track, but those tires are probably yelling at him right now.
That corner's tough. It's blind. It's a blind uphill left. It's about a 90-degree corner, or at least it feels like it. So definitely a tough call. Back up front, Frankie Barroso is catching up to Brandon 6. Right now the lead is only a half a second gap. We're on lap 25. We have 4 laps to go here. These guys giving everything they have right now.
Yeah, we are getting to the end of this race very fast, but we're still looking at just about 8 more minutes of racing with this being a 4-mile race course. But stay tuned after the checkered flag. We'll be talking to all 3 of your podium finishers right here on the channel.
That's right.
Oh, Barroso clips the grass there. And
tell you what, a lot of guys right now making a good comeback race. I mean, Brian Dixon, P13, Thomas Meeks, P12. These guys haven't had great races, a couple of spin outs. You're probably thinking, okay, 12th, 13th isn't that great a spot. But considering this is a road course and you want to just walk out of this race with as many points as possible, so far these guys are doing just that, making a good recovery with a couple more laps to go.
Barroso with an issue in Canada corner, goes a little long, gives back almost 3/10. As we're coming to 3 to go now. Oh, nice battle back here with Jonathan Wright and Matt Smith. Ooh, Matt Smith clips the grass on the right-handed side.
Oh, man. Canada corner, such a great corner. Probably the most iconic one at this race course. Such a good job.
Yeah, that or
looking
the carousel.
to try and make this move here. Gonna dive on the inside. Late apex here, gonna turn in late. Ooh, maybe contact? No.
Just a tad, but nothing too major where it sent one of them spinning as you see the 35 of Smith get alongside of Jonathan Wright. What a hole shot out of the final turn heading towards turn 1.
Oh, man. It's a drag race. Outside's not going to work too much, but I'll tell you what. John looked really good right there on that outside.
Yes, he did.
Going to try and make it again. Hopefully doesn't do the same thing Bowie did. Goes too wide. Looking good. Gives that spot up. Awesome job.
You've heard the saying, live to fight another day, or another turn in this in this case.
Oh, yeah.
But up front, it looks like Brandon 6 is starting to pull away from Frankie Barroso. Such a huge race course. You had Matt Smith and Jonathan Wright just come out of turn 2, and these guys are almost in the final turn already. Here's Canada corner. So it's a huge 4-mile racetrack that it takes just about 2:10 for the fastest drivers to get around.
I'll tell you what, right now, the difference between Brandon 6 and Frankie Barroso is that restart for stage 3. I got a feeling if that restart was a little bit different for Frankie, this would have been a very, very close battle, if not neck and neck.
Yeah, Barney the Flagman with dual popsicle sticks up in the air, signifying 2 to go. So many corners still left, and it is so easy to make that mistake. Brandon 6 has to be perfect here, and so does Frankie Barroso to even have a shot at it.
Brandon Shelton gets out track. in 8th place. Such a good run going. Gives it away right here. Not going to lose too many spots, luckily, but definitely bad luck for him right there in that last corner.
Yeah, that lets Matthew Fleming by playoff driver Matthew Fleming for that 8th position.
Hey, that 1 point could be huge for Fleming. You never know. Already has a great buffer there for the playoff points, but these things can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah, gonna take a quick look at it once again. Right there, Fleming plus 14 spots. Brandon 6 just literally on cruise control, it looks like. I'm gonna jump on board for a couple turns here and just to see how smooth this is. And it's just like an F1 driver, using those rumble strips to your advantage. Use as much racetrack as possible. Going into Canada corner. Ooh, a little loose there. You saw him have to catch the car.
It's necessary though sometimes. I mean, that drive off is just so important. That's where all the speed is made up. And right now, Brandon 6 coming to the white flag. Such a great dominant race. Such a good job so far. Holding out Frankie Barroso. You know, somebody that is just exceptional at road courses. Obviously, a couple of these guys are as well. Brandon 6 though, definitely the stout driver today, taking that white flag and is 1 lap away from the round of 8 in the Wheels America Cup Series.
And that is big because while Auto Club is one of the better tracks to go to, high speed, a lot of fun, and multi-grooved, doesn't have to worry about it at all.
That's right. You can just show up and have some fun.
Yep. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Brandon 6 has led every lap here tonight.
No, Brandon Bowie definitely led a lot of that stage 1.
Did he? Okay.
Yes, sir, he did.
Okay, from stage 2 to now. Got it. Cool. But he is still putting down fast lap after fast lap. He's only 3 or 4 tenths slower than his best lap that was captured just 3 laps ago. Jesus, only 3 laps ago.
Yeah.
Thought that was like an
Tough.
eternity ago.
Only a couple more corners here for Brandon 6 in the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix of Road America. Going to be a huge win here for Brandon 6.
Now,
Such a great job on.
How big is that, Steve? How big is that? Like a sigh of relief big, or a phew, I don't have to worry about the next race?
Well, I mean, Auto Club is a track that everyone loves, right? Big track, like you said, big, you know, a lot of grooves. It's not really a track you have to worry about as far as racing on it, right? It's no Talladega, it's no Martinsville where you have to, know it's, you're going to beat and bang and things like that. But it's going to be it's going to be hard for sure. Brandon 6 coming out, rounding the last couple of corners here, gets that late apex into the last corner, coming up the straightaway. And Brandon 6 is going to be your Young's Auto Center Grand Prix winner at Road America for the Wheels America Cup Series, and will make his way into the round of 8. Awesome job for him. Frankie Barroso, P2. Ryan Dunkelberger, P3. P4 is Nick Silver. Ooh, hold on now.
Yet.
Oh, it's the drag race.
Dunkelberger with
Oh, man.
that.
Great racing there. Dunkelberger, P3. Nick Silver, P4. And Jesse Erdman. Such a great run for him, man. P5. Well-deserved. And an absolute confidence booster. Mitch Diamond. Such an up and down season here, but such a great run. P6 for Mitch Diamond. Awesome job. And then Josh Larson right behind him. Needed a great points day and has it today. Super good job for him. P8, a little far behind, but Matthew Fleming. Solid day for him. Great points. P9, Ben Madden, another comeback driver so far this season. My personal comeback driver of the year. Super strong finish there. And then Brian Dixon, made his way into the playoffs from that Atlanta win earlier in the season and continues to show that he definitely deserves to be here. Such a good job.
Yeah, that was your top 10 as they finished the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix. We will be right back, and when we return, we'll talk to our top 3 podium finishers.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, folks, here we are, the Wheels America Cup Series, the round of 12, first race. Oh, man, Road America, the Young's Auto Center Grand Prix. Such a great job by these guys. Right now, with us, Ryan Dunkelberger in that 26. Had a drag race there for P3 against Nick Silver. Man, how you feeling? Great podium position and great points day for sure. How you feeling?
Tired after that one. I was kind of falling asleep in the first 2 stages. Kind of ran away with Silver and had our own little bubble away from the guys up front, and felt like we could just chill. Definitely weren't going to beat them, so there was no point in driving it hard. Yeah, that drag race was something else. I made one little mistake there. I think I was faster there all day than him, and I just caught the grass, and I was looking in my mirror, and I'm like, I'm going to lose this because of that little mistake.
Well, man, glad to see it. Next week, obviously, Auto Club, really, really fun track. Probably a fan favorite, I would even say. What are your thoughts on that? And just give your shout outs, man.
Auto Club, I don't know. It's a home track for me. I live in California. Grew up racing go-karts there, but I don't think I'm very good there. We'll see. I'll have to do a lot of practice and get the guys together and figure out some stuff. Yeah, I just can't thank Keeping It Real enough. Brandon Bowie, Brandon Six for helping, and Nick Silver for helping too. Without them, I'm basically obsolete in this series, and they've taught me a ton.
We'll love to hear it, man. Good luck next week. We'll see you, and great run today for sure. Ryan Dunkelberger, going to move him back up to his team. We're going to bring in Frankie Barroso, P2 finisher. Tell you what, awesome job today by Frankie Barroso in that 12 machine. Thought we were going to see him, close the gap a bit. Frankie, man, talk to us about that initial restart there for stage 3. Did you leave anything on the table? Overall, P2, great run, huge points today. How you feeling today, man?
A bit bittersweet, but kind of expected. I'm just happy to be second, with the Buoy mistake. But yeah, on the restart,
I mean, I felt like I launched with Brandon. It just felt like I think Nick was pushing Brandon, and I didn't get help behind me. So I could have been a little more aggressive going on turn one, but at the same time, it's not worth it to throw it all away. And then Nick kind of held me up, or not held me up, but he was able to kind of Nick Silver actually was able to kind of not hold me up, but kind of let six just have clean air through turn one, turn three, and by the time I got by him into turn five, six was like almost a second ahead. So it was going to be tough to run him down. I'm actually kind of glad, or at least a little surprised, that I was really good on the early part. I was catching him, and then I just kept getting tight and tight, and just I lost the drive, in and out into mainly the last corner. So I mean, it sucks, but it's part of racing.
At the end of the day, a P2 at Road America, you cannot go wrong with that. I'll tell you what, next week, Auto Club, super fun track, fan favorite even. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, what do you think, your chances are? And then give your shout outs, man.
Well, for Auto Club last year, I was really good. It's not really a mini Daytona or Talladega because it's almost as big as that, but in the sense of almost everyone will more than likely be within like 3, 4, 5 tenths of a second. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. It's like a mini wild card, but anyways, thank you to you guys for broadcasting. Fortunately, I don't see Reese here. I don't know where he is, but wherever you're watching Reese, I hope you're having a good day. Hope you didn't fall on your face after your birthday. Hopefully you're not hungover or anything. Hope you partied hard. That kind of defeats the purpose though of hoping you didn't get hungover. But thank you to kind of everyone who makes this all possible. TFMG and my teammates at PHM.
Love to hear it, man. Hey, good luck next week, Auto Club. We'll see you. Congrats on the P2, and great run today, man.
Thank you.
Right, and now for the man of the hour. Let's bring him on in here. All right, and the man of the hour, the man of most hours, Brandon Six, in that 66, man. Hey, looking real good out there, nice and dominant. Unfortunately, after your teammate Brandon Bowie had a huge wreck there in turn 3, but how's the race, man? Obviously dominant yet again. Frankie, kind of got there a little bit, but not quite. But either way, a dominant race by you, man. How you feeling right now?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I wish Bowie didn't have his incident 3 there at the start of stage 2. Honestly, I felt like it was either between him and I, as long as we didn't make a mistake. And unfortunately, I think it was going to come down to whoever had a clean air, which is why he was battling so hard there to try and get the clean air, because clean air meant everything. Because once you were stuck behind somebody, the dirty air kind of made it hard to make a move on somebody. But kind of, unfortunately, once he fell out, I kind of was on cruise control in stage 2, just save some fuel, make it less of a pit stop. And then that final stage, yeah, Frankie definitely gave me a run for my money. I was kind of had braking markers that I was using all race, and I kind of had to take it a step further. One, because Frankie was able to drive in much deeper than I could. But also the track cooled down, which made it grippier, so we were having to drive in deeper. So it kind of took me a few laps to get adjusted to that, and once I got adjusted to it, I was able to slowly pull away and give myself a little bit of cushion.
Hey, love to hear it, man. Obviously, this win gets you into the round of 8. A huge win for sure. Next week, Auto Club, Definitely a fan favorite, and I would even say always puts on a fantastic show whenever we go there. So, what are your thoughts on the track? And then give your shout outs, man.
I'm actually not a fan of Auto Club personally, but yeah, I mean, it does put on some good racing from a viewing standpoint. But for me as a driver, but yeah, the sponsors, Mama Mosita Foundation, continue to support them and everything they do. Obviously, you guys for putting on this broadcast, keeping it real, and all the guys there. So, thanks.
Well, hey, great to see it, man. Another win in the column. Fantastic job by you. We'll see you next week in Auto Club, man. Great job today.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Well, hey, AJ, man, awesome race today. Road course racing, right? It's not always like the most, exciting, like, nail biting, kind of race. But I'll tell you what, we have a lot of guys in this race that definitely improved over the years, and we didn't really see as many, wrecks or cautions or spin outs that maybe I thought or I expected. But fantastic job by these guys. It's always a challenge for sure. What are your thoughts on the race, man?
I mean, I am very much thinking that Mr. Road Course Racer Jesse Erdman, another top 5 finish here on a road course. Mitch Diamond doing a really good job, and I got to give it to Ben Madden. He battled all night with many drivers, kept it on the race course to give it a top 10 finish. But, congratulations to Six, Barroso, and Dunkelberger for the top 3 podium finishers. But what a great race. I love this racetrack. It's so technical. It's high speed. And we heard Dunkelberger said it. I'm tired. His arms hurt. His feet hurt. His head probably is killing him.
Oh, yeah.
But great race.
I'll tell you what, playoff point-wise, going to be interesting for sure. Bowie had a bad end of the race. Brendan Bowie finishing 23rd. Frankie Barroso finishing 2nd. So, just for example's sake, Frankie's going to catch up to all that 20 points, even maybe eclipse him in the playoff battle. So Brendan Bowie can have to definitely work his way forward next week at Auto Club. So that's going to be a huge race for him. But then again, a couple of guys who are at the bottom of the list here for the playoff hopefuls having such good runs. I mean, Brian Dixon, really good finish for him. Josh Larson, these guys didn't have the playoff points to really give them a good buffer entering this round, but a good solid finish like this is exactly what they needed. So going to be a good race next week, man. I can't wait to see how it's going to be. And I can't wait, dude.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it from us tonight. We will see you in Fontana in just a week's time. Everybody stay safe and don't do anything stupid. Enjoy the rest of your week, getting ready for the weekend. Steve, thanks for the awesome time tonight.
Yes, sir. All the folks out there, hey, we love you. Thank you for all the likes, subscribes, the comments, everything, right? We just recently hit 100 subscribers. That's huge for us. Really cool. So if you guys like what you see, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button. Next week, looking forward to next week, we have the Truck Series on this channel on Tuesday, 9:30 at North Wilkesboro. Definitely want to be here. I'll be taking the call for that. I'll be in the broadcast booth, and we'll be doing a lot of that. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be so good. And then the week after, or excuse me, next Thursday, we've already mentioned it, but Auto Club, the last race of the round of 12. Going to be a good race. Folks, thanks for being here. We're going to catch you next week in Auto Club or next Tuesday for North Wilkesboro on the trucks. God bless. We'll see you next week, and have a good night.
Yeah, go check out our sponsors too.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Moving or storing your contents does not have to be complicated and inconvenient. Do-it-yourself storage and moving with units, moving, and portable storage can save you time, money, and frustration when compared to traditional, full-service moving truck rental and fixed storage. There's no rushing and no hassle. Our process is designed to accommodate a nimble moving process that provides flexible scheduling. Stay away from renting trucks that charge by the hour. With units, you load your weather-resistant, all-steel containers at your own pace, well in advance of your moving date. Our containers are level to the ground and do not require a ramp to load or unload. Units' barn-style container doors can be easily propped to stay open while loading or unloading your container. With units, 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month is the same price. When you're ready, give your local units representative a call and we will pick up your container, bring it back to our secure climate-controlled storage centers, or move it to another location of your choice. Need temporary storage before you move? We can take care of that at one of our many storage centers, saving you trips back and forth to a self-storage facility. Each unit service center is locally owned and operated by franchisees that know your area. There are no time constraints on the container. Feel free to pack and load at your own convenience or hire a professional for additional help. Control your own schedule. Receive personalized support. Units will simplify your moving experience.